Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be resetting my March monthly budget. I took some time and I went through all of my numbers and I was like, you know what? I need to make some changes before I get further into the month. It's already the 3rd, so I need to make the changes now so that everything could make sense. So I'm going to be correcting on camera for you guys because I'm not going to waste the entire page to redo it. Thankfully, I write with erasable pen, so fingers crossed they'll be able to erase off the highlighter bit. So I originally put my budgeted amount for £1,827.44. This is incorrect as of today. We have a little bit more than that to work with. So we've got £2,119.22. This extra money is just from overtime and money from February's budget. That's why it's so huge. This is not a regular thing. I just need to say that. Now we need to work out our leftover amount. So I'm going to be using the calculator. I'll pop the calculator here. Hopefully you could see. I'm not sure what you could see. So we've got 1119 from 100. So we've got 2019.22. Brilliant writing with erasable pens. So brilliant. I can't see all the way over there, right? So we've got £2,019.22. All right, we're going to go up top. I'm going to keep this here. You guys can see that. And everything here is going to stay the same, more or less. I don't think there's any changes in the home section. Now, where the changes are, there's no changes in the food section either. But what we need to do, we need to change our leftover amounts because these will all be incorrect. Okay, so we've got 2019.22 from 593.48. So that leaves us with 1,400. So that's £1,425.74. All right. Then we're going to subtract 125 from that. So minus 125. That leaves us with £1,300.74. So I'm going to leave the 1. I'm just going to take this out. And it's super important when you've noticed a change in your budget, just go back over it and make the changes. Use erasable pens. These are the ones that I use if the camera is focusing to pick it up. Hold on. This is the one I use. It's the Pilot Frixion ball and the erasable, so I don't have to be using whiteout. All right, so that's that. Dentist appointment is the same. So the healthcare section is the same. So we're going to subtract 34.80. So that leaves us with £1,265.94. So that's 1,265.94. I think these are all right. So we're going to subtract 245.97. That's £1,019.97. Now up here is where the changes are. So what I'm going to do, I've got my credit card at the bottom here. I'm going to remove the credit card from that section and I'm going to put it up here just to make things easier. And from the title of this video or the thumbnail, you would have seen me say my subscriber made me do it. So I've got to give a big shout out to Inga. This is one of my lovelies who's been following my journey for what? over 6-7 years. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey, darling, and for picking up on this and for sharing it with me and encouraging me and not making me feel like a useless human being. I applaud you for that, because this has opened my eyes, okay? I originally, and I'm talking about the debts here, I don't want to keep this video too long. I originally had a plan set in place as to how I was going to work my Snowvalanche. So I didn't share that with you guys. I shared sort of this bit with you guys. And over here, I said, you know what? I'm going to use the amount that's left over to pay these 3. Okay? And this is the amount I would have been paying. I would have been paying $317.79 in total. So I would have been paying $109 on one debt, $110 on the other, and $89 on the other, and then £9.79 on another one, which equates to the $317, and I would have still had a huge amount of debt. In regards to the amount of debt, when I say a huge amount, my number's still huge, but I meant the amounts of debt. I had the numbers. So like, for example, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? I have 9 here. So basically, Inga's method is going to eliminate about 3. I'm so thankful that you pointed this out. I was on the phone to my sister and I was like, what do you think about this? Do you think I should do it? And she's like, yeah, that's what I did when I was paying off debt one time. And you know, it works. So we're going to adjust the numbers here. All right. So IKEA, we had $36.50. We're changing that. All the ones that I'm changing, I'm going to erase. Capital One, we had $55.40. We're changing that. Very, we had £30 and we're changing that. And we're going to be changing our total at the bottom here, which was don't know how much that was, but you would have seen it. And our leftover would have been 546. So I'm just erasing the leftover bits, which is 496 there. What Inga suggested was to pay off around 3 debts instead with the amount of money I had, opposed to putting it at one thing and paying off the little small bits like that, because you're going to still be on that hamster wheel going around, okay? I'm going to insert the comment so you could see it and you could read it for yourself. All right, I'm sure you've read that. So what I decided to do, IKEA, my balance was £146, right? That was the balance. Tesco is going to be 30. Capital One, my balance on that was $155.40, and you could see that I only was going to pay $55.40. So I would have still had 2 other payments to do. Vanquis, we're keeping at 30. Very 2, I was only going to be paying £30, but I had a balance of $129. So I've decided to put money to that. Now, NatWest. Oh, this is my credit card, isn't it? Okay, let me remove this from here. Right. Okay. Let me remove that. And we're going to put NatWest CC. So my NatWest credit card, this was this one down here, the one for $473.29. That credit card, I decided to put $209.79 onto that. And then these are the ones that I was going to be paying this money. So the 110 and the 89. So I'm going to leave these blank. Okay? We've not budgeted anything for those. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add these up. So we've got 146 plus 30 plus 155.40 plus 30 plus 129 plus 209.79. That's £719. 19 pence. That's a big chunk of money going to debt. I'm not going to always be able to do this. Like I said, I did have overtime and stuff like that. So I'm just chucking money towards my debt. Okay, so we've got £1,019.97, and we're going to subtract £719, £700 19 pence, sorry. So that leaves us with 319. I hope this is correct. 319.78. Now we've got our petrol. We're going to subtract 50 from that. So that brings us down to 269.78. And then I've got Amazon Prime here. It's a little treat, okay? I know I could pay it off in one go and it will be cheaper, but I'm just doing it like this because this is what I could afford. This is like my little treat to myself. All right, I like to watch my movies, my shows. So my sister and I pay for the Amazon Prime. My sister uses my account. She pays for Netflix. I use her account. It works for us, okay? We don't have cable or anything like that. So this is a little bit of a good time for us. And the good thing with this, we could cancel it at any time. 4.49. So that's I forgot to use my highlighter. Let me just use it towards the end because I don't want to put it over the marker. Okay. So our total is 449. And our low, which is left over, is, sorry guys, 265.29. Now we're coming down to the credit card bit here. We're going to remove this. And you're going to notice I've added new bits. So the new bits I added was the Amazon Prime and the miscellaneous section. The reason why I added this was because I was like, okay, I've not really set any money aside to get household stuff and stuff that we need, okay? And that's because I didn't know how much money I actually had as well. So when I saw that I had a little bit of wiggle room, I was like, okay, let me try my best and see if I could, you know, allocate a set amount of money to this miscellaneous bit. And what I decided to do, I decided to put £60 to the miscellaneous. We have to be realistic. £60 to the miscellaneous because you're always going to need bits and bobs, and I mean things that you need. Remember, I've used the word need, not want. Things that we need. All right, so I decided that this was needed, so that's added in there. And let me see if I've got everything. Yeah, I think that's everything. So we're at the bottom up now with the school fees and miscellaneous. So 60 plus 20 is 80 and 383. And we had our leftover as 265.29 minus 83. That leaves us with 182.29. This is our update here, and hopefully next month, I know we're going to be back down to 14 or 1500 for our income. So I'm glad I was able to pay just over £900 towards that. So if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about the allocated amounts here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And once again, Inga, thank you so much for highlighting this. I have allocated it, and I don't want to spill too much, but just stay tuned because your girl is making big moves. Love and light to you guys always. Bye.